Hello students, welcome to the Java programming course. Myself M. Srinivas Rao, working as assistant professor from CSC department, Vigyan Institute of Information Technology. In today's era, usage of mobile internet is common for doing all the tasks. In earlier, without this device and internet, we used to go hospital, we used to go bank, and we used to go do any transactions with physical, and we have to maintain a queue. But with the help of the smartphones and internet, we can do all the things within our hand and at home. But all these are possible with the help of one of the high level programming languages, that is Java. What is Java? A programming language and a computing platform for developing application software that can run on any device. It is a high level language that is easy to read and understand. Where Java used? Java mainly used in console applications, GUI applications, web and mobile applications, game development, and also to make embedded systems. Apart from these, Java is also used to develop software for devices, means generally regularly we are used televisions, washing machines, air conditioners, and so on. For all these devices, we used Java programming language. And also online forms, banking, shopping are possible because of Java. And next, the topmost programming languages at present up to 2020 are Python, Java, and different programming languages are there. But according to compare with year by year, here 2017 up to 2017 Java is most popular. In 2018 also it is most popular programming language. In 2019 there is a comparison and there is a competition between Python and Java. But security point of view, Java is more popular. In 2020, when compared to Java, Python is more better than Java. But in security point of view, Java is more popular, and at present Java is at second place when compared to Python. Course overview. Java programming is an important language in software development career which develops real-time problem solving skills. It is a mandatory course for learning Android development, JavaScript, advanced Java concepts, Hadoop technology, Selenium tool, etc. The objectives of this course: the student can understand OOPS concepts like data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and also the key concepts in core Java are multi-threading, files, applets, and event handling, etc. And the next objective of this course is the student can gain the knowledge about the relationship between the classes and objects, and the student can understand and apply the concepts of applets and event handling in the real-time scenario. At the end of this entire session or entire lectures, at the end of the lecture I will explain with a simple project by using applets and event handling. So these are the course objectives of this Java programming course. The course contents. In Unit 1, I will explain introduction to object-oriented programming, difference between procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming, basic fundamentals of Java, and the very important concept in Java is JVM architecture. In Unit 2, I am going to explain class fundamentals, creating an objects, method and method overloading, constructor and constructor overloading, and some keywords. Those are helpful for writing our Java program. In Unit 3, I am going to explain about inheritance, abstract class, interface, packages, and exception handling. In Unit 4, the key concepts, those are multi-threading, file handling. In Unit 5, in coming lecture, I will explain applet and event handling with some real-time projects. So these are the course contents. Introduction to object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming system is a programming paradigm based on the concept of objects that contain data and methods. The object-oriented programming brings together data and its behavior in a single location, makes it easier to understand how a program works. A simple example, I will explain what is the meaning of an object. In real time, in general, we have seen bird, it's an object, car, it's an object, aeroplane, it's an object. All these things are in general, we in our life, in day-to-day life, we call as an object. In Java programming point of view, in OOPS programming point of view, we consider data, whatever the data we declared, whatever the data we defined, and applied actions on with the help of the data, we consider as an object. I will explain with an example in the coming lecture how to declare an object, how to use those objects. Next, go for differences between procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. So already you learned in C programming language. C is the best example for procedure-oriented programming language. So first we'll go for the one by one the differences. The first one is it is called as a POP. Here POP means procedure-oriented programming. Here OOP means object-oriented programming. The second difference is it deals with algorithms. It deals with mainly the data. The third difference is programs are divided into functions. Here programs are divided into objects. In C you learn the functions. What is the meaning of a function? In function we are passing the arguments or otherwise parameters, and the function do some calculations, it give the result to the end user. Whereas in object-oriented programming, object itself contains method and data. Here function and method, in C we call it as a function, whereas in Java we call it as a method. Both are same. In programming point of view, in Java point of view we call it as a method, in C program point of view we call it as a function. Here it is mainly depends on the function, means procedure-oriented programming mainly depends on the functions, whereas object-oriented programming is divided into objects. Here objects contains means what? Data and methods. The next point is most of the functions share global data, whereas here data structure characterize objects. Here different data structures we are used for implementing Java based programs. Here data move from function to function, whereas in procedure-oriented programming data move from function to function, whereas in object-oriented programming functions that operate on data are blind to form classes. Here in coming lecture you will learn about the what is the meaning of class, what is the meaning of object. In that you will get a clear idea about the how we are operating all these things. In procedure-oriented programming, functions are responsible for transferring from one form to another, whereas in object-oriented programming, data is hidden, cannot access it by outside functions. Procedure-oriented program is a top-down approach, whereas object-oriented programming is a bottom-up approach. In memory point of view, procedure-oriented programming takes very less memory, whereas object-oriented programming it takes more memory when compared to POP. This point I will explain with an implementation, with an execution in the coming lecture. Why? Because in Java it takes more memory. The reason is here we are creating multiple objects. When we are creating multiple objects, it takes memory. I will explain the coming lecture with an example. The next difference is from POP it needs example for POP is C and Fortran, whereas object programming examples are C++, Java, .NET. C++ doesn't follow a pure object programming language, it follows both POP and OOP. Next, in POP there is no access specifiers like public, private, protected, whereas in object-oriented programming we have access specifiers like private, public, protected. The next difference is the procedural-oriented programming is less secure, whereas object-oriented programming it is more secured with the help of very important concept. Those are data hiding, data encapsulation, abstraction. I will explain in the coming lecture why object-oriented programming provides security. The next difference is it follows no overloading, whereas object-oriented programming follows operator overloading and function overloading. So these are the key difference between the POP and OOP. The one more key important difference is performance wise Java is better when compared to procedural-oriented programming, means C. But execution time or time taken to execute any program, whereas in procedural-oriented programming it takes less time, in object-oriented programming it takes more time. So that is the main key difference between C and Java. It means in C it takes less time to execute a task, whereas in Java it takes more time, but Java is performance wise better when compared to C. So these are the difference between POP and OOP.